welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us. Give you a couple minutes to hop on in. We have a fun gold show for you today. We're gonna have 2 hours of gorgeous gold. Lots of different chains, earrings, we've got a couple of rings, a couple of bracelets. The majority of what we have is going to be for the neckline. That's a really beautiful way to display your gold. You know, when you have gold neck jewelry, it just kind of becomes your staple jewelry. And something I really love about gold chains, gold pendants, is they're all interchangeable, right? So you have your all day, everyday wear pendants. Maybe for you it's a cross. We've got a heart here that says mom. We've got a sweet little bar, and I love this one because it's actually, I want to say it's part of the Mirage collection. Could be mistaken, but it's got this really nice kind of design work on the side, just giving you a lot of character. But when you get like that everyday wear pendant, and that becomes part of your lineup, right? And the next thing you know, you add a gold chain, and that becomes part of the everyday lineup. And then you can just build and build and build, and all of these gold pieces are going to go really beautiful with the gold pieces that you're already wearing, and you just create this collection you can add to or take from depending on the occasion. I went ahead and just kind of kept it simple today with what I'm wearing. I wore black because I feel like gold really presents beautifully on black, and so I just wanted y'all to be able to have all eyes on the gold. I did wear my gold heel because I thought, well, getting the gold theme here, I'll wear some gold on my heels. But as I was walking in, I was realizing these shoes are a little bit tight. I don't know how many more times I'll be wearing them. Might have to go put on a Poshmark. But anyways, good morning, everybody. I actually don't think we have anyone, well, I might be tuning in from other platforms, but I'm still gonna give everybody a couple more minutes to get in before I start talking about products, because I can only see some of the platforms. I'm seeing none of y'all on there. So I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to hop in. But welcome to Shop LC. If you're not familiar with us, maybe you're just passing through the hood, right? Maybe you're on TikTok or on Instagram and you just happen to stumble upon this live and you're going, wait, what is that? Who is that? What's going on there? Well, my name is Lauren Masters. I am one of your hosts here at Shop LC, and we are actually a home shopping channel. So it's exactly what you think it is. It is a traditional home shopping channel. Think about what you used to watch at home, maybe in the middle of the night. Maybe you're in a hotel room sometime and you're scrolling through the channels, and in the middle of the night you stumble upon someone selling an air mattress, whatever it might be. That is what we do here at Shop LC. However, we are branching out from traditional television programming, and we are also utilizing a live stream platform. So we are coming to you right now live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook, live on Instagram, and then live on our very own website and app. So lots of different ways that you can view us, lots of different platforms that you can view us from. And so wherever you're tuning in from today, I'm just excited you're here. If you are someone who is one of our home shopping channel viewers and you traditionally watch us on the television, well, I want to invite you into this space. I'm so excited you came into the live stream this morning. And this is a very different atmosphere than what you would get on our traditional television platform. Now, we run 24/7, so our traditional television platform, it's going right now. So if that's more your thing, hop on over, check out Katie and Cheryl. Last time I looked before I came in the studio, they had sunglasses with a scarf. I think I had that set last week with Hunter, and I loved it. I love the little scarf. I was using it as a little sarong. I mean, it's a cute set. So maybe you want to hop over there. They've got lifestyle today. Maybe you want to check out lifestyle, or hang out with me if you're looking for gold. So we mix it up, we keep it different and fresh so that you're getting two different things. You're not shopping for the same things here that you would be there. We're doing gold today while they're doing lifestyle over there. So it keeps it fun and it keeps it interesting. Now, we are going to have 2 hours of gold. Glorious gold. Who doesn't love gold? As I was saying, it's just something that's so easy to wear. You layer your gold, you stack your gold, you mix and match your gold, and it really does become something that you just wear time and time again. All right, well, there are some perks to shopping with the live stream. So maybe you are someone who came on over from the television side of things and you're going, well, what's all this hype about the live stream? For one, it's really interactive. I know y'all can write in to, I think it's like shoplc@live.com when we're on the television side. Oh, believe me, I know, because some of y'all like to write in really interesting things to me. Some lovely things, thank you, and then some not so pleasant things, but you know, that's what the delete function is for. Delete. And it's like it never even existed. That's what you got to do, y'all. When anyone says anything rude, whether it's on your Facebook, whether it's, you know, even in real life, just, even if it's mentally, delete. It's gone. It never happened. They never said it. Like, we don't have time for that in our lives. We really don't. We don't have space for that in our mind. If we held on to all the junk that people said about us, oh my goodness, we would be so bogged down, so stressed out, so depressed. Life is way too short. So when someone says something rude, whether it will physically be swiping it and deleting it or mentally going delete, not gonna hold on to that. That's what you gotta do. Okay, well, that was what I was gonna say is over there, y'all can comment in, but typically it's just to answer a question, like what's the length on that necklace? What's the clasp look like? And we can show you, or hopefully, depending on what hosts they are or how the show is going, get to that question before we move to the next item. Here, we are all about the chat. We are all about the chat. Honestly, the chat, y'all are our co-hosts. So y'all chiming in, y'all chit-chatting with us, that's gonna keep the show going. That's gonna make the show fun. If it's just me talking to a camera for 2 hours straight, it's not gonna be that much fun, you guys. Now, I think I'm pretty funny. I think I'm pretty humorous. I crack myself up. So, like, it might be entertaining, but it's gonna be so much more fun if y'all join the chat, if you chit-chat with us, if you have fun with us. The more interaction we get from you guys, the more fun we have on each show. And that there's proof to that, because I think all of our best live streams are when we have a lot of our regular viewers watching and we are just bantering and having fun. And we're getting through the jewelry, but we're having fun doing it. That's the sweet spot. Now, there are some perks to shopping live stream in addition to just getting to chat with us. You also have a designated personal shopper. They're gonna help you with anything that is on the live stream. And that number is 888-835-2237. That will be for your personal shopper. And then you also have a coupon code that is exclusive to the live, and that is gonna be live, L-I-V-E 25, live 25. That will be your exclusive coupon code for this live stream space. So make sure you take advantage of that. It'll be usable on all of this gold for 48 hours. So if you're thinking about something, add it to your cart, but don't wait too long because you don't want to miss out on that 25% off discount. And I gotta say, you guys, that's a good discount. That's honestly pretty close to our employee discount. So you're getting lucky hanging out on a live stream, getting those good deals. And then finally, of course, you will have some of the perks of just simply shopping the Shop LC. You're going to get complimentary shipping on all orders $49.99 or more. And that is because you are placing your order essentially through the website. So anytime you are shopping on the website, you'll get free shipping on orders $49.99 or more. And that carries right on over into the live stream. In addition to that, you have the option for budget pay. I tell people all the time how much I love budget pay, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm a big budget pay gal. So budget pay is simply portion out payments. Whatever the price of the item is, we are going to portion that out. You'll pay the first portion today. You'll still get your free shipping, even if the budget pay is lower. And then you will pay that out over the next 3, 4, or 5 months. Same increment every time. Today will be the day you pay a little bit more because you're going to pay your tax. And then after that, same exact amount. I love it. I see every month my little budget pays pop up, $7, $3, whatever, from the things I purchase here at Shop LC, because that's the only way I would shop. Truly, you guys, I would only shop utilizing budget pay. It just makes sense. And even if you're someone who's like, I don't finance, I don't pay anything unless I can pay it in cash. Well, you are, but you're keeping a little bit of fluid money on hand for the next few months. Even if you maybe, I don't know. And I know some people, they're like, well, I want the credit card points. I mean, you could still, it's going to charge your credit card every month, but it's up to you. I just think budget pay is the coolest tool. And being someone who shops all over the place, because I like to shop, it's a problem. But being someone who shops here and shops there and does this and does that, I feel like budget pay is a tool that I've come to really, really love. And I just think it's really neat because it's something kind of special to us here at Shop LC. You don't get something like budget pay everywhere where you don't have interest. We don't run a credit check. There's no penalty for utilizing budget pay. So take advantage, use it. It is your tool. It is for you. It's not for us, it's for you guys. All right. Well, a little bit about Shop LC while we do have y'all slowly trickling in. Shop LC has been around. We just celebrated our 18-year birthday. So Shop LC has been around in the world of home shopping for about 18 years. Prior to that, Shop LC was a jewelry manufacturer. They were actually manufacturing jewelry for stores, for other home shopping channels, and we thought, why don't we have our own platform? Why don't we sell directly to you guys? And guess what? It worked. So 18 years later, here we are, have expanded this live stream room. was actually the original studio for Shop LC. It was the original studio where you would have one host doing the television shows, and now we have a massive studio with 4 different sets where you have 2 hosts working together 24 hours a day. It is amazing to see the growth of Shop LC, and so we're really proud to be here, very excited to be here. And something that makes us very proud as well is your purchase feeds. This is a really cool initiative where with every single item that you buy, we donate a warm meal to a child in need. So you could be buying a gold item today, you could have bought a lifestyle item yesterday, whatever it is, that meal is thanks to you. So our motto here, you see it right behind my head, is delivering joy. That's our motto. And we're delivering joy to you when you open up that package and you're like, oh my goodness, look at my jewelry. You are delivering that joy to children in need with those meals, because that's only possible because of you. We do that through your purchases.
Bless you.
Thank you. Whew. And so it's a cycle, it's a circle, it's a domino effect of joy, and that makes it really easy to work here because we love bringing on the joy. We really do. Okay, let's get into golden hour. Okay, so we're starting off with a 1.5 millimeter rope chain. Now this is going to be your 18-inch. This will be your 18-inch rope chain. It's done in 10 karat yellow gold and is 1.2 grams of gold. Now, this one is a really great everyday wear chain. Depending on a pendant's bail, there are pendants that would be able to work on a 1.5 millimeter. Now, I've told y'all time and time again my woes with my cross pendant, which I brought the chain in today because I'm on my 3rd chain now. Chains keep breaking, and I don't mean like God breaking chains in prisons. And yeah, I was reading last night in Acts, which Acts, there's a lot of chains broken actually in Acts, but I was reading about Peter, and it's Peter, right? Yeah, Peter, he's imprisoned, and King Herod has just killed, who was it? James? And now he's imprisoned Peter. And so Peter's in prison, and King Herod is like, I'm going to do everything I can. This guy is not getting free. Like,
wait, hold on. You said you were reading what?
The Bible.
Okay, cool. Initially, it sounded like you said, I was reading about my ex. I'm like, what?
Or was it yesterday, the day we were talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been executed. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was reading the Bible.
Oh.
But Peter's in prison, and King Herod is like, I am not going to let this guy out. So he literally has him chained to 2 prison guards. He's got guards at the gates, and here comes God. Just, you know what? I'm going to let Peter free. He literally breaks the chains off his wrists. Guards, I guess, are sleeping, and he walks on out. And then later on in Acts, we see Paul and Silas, and they're imprisoned, and they're singing at midnight, and their chains and shackles fall off. So there's a lot of chain breaking in the Bible, but we're going to attempt to not break any chains today, because I am 3-0 with chains right now on breaking chains with my cross pendant. It is not good. So this is a 1.5 millimeter chain. Now, I don't think my cross would fit, because like I said, the chain slips through the back of the cross, so it has to have a very petite chain to fit through there. I wish I had something bigger, because I have no luck when it comes to chains. What is going on with me? Well, some pendants, however, would fit. I'm even looking at this Tree of Life, which is on an even larger rope chain. This bar right here, that's got a really nice size bail on it as well. So this would work for a lot of chains. So if you want something that's going to be really solid, really strong, I do encourage something like this, like a 1.5 millimeter, because I think having this thickness is going to help it last longer. It's going to be more durable. With those really petite pendant chains, if you're not really delicate with them, that's when you do encounter the potential for them to break. So you're getting 1.2 grams of gold. This is your 10 karat yellow gold, so it is going to be really, really strong, the strongest of the golds. As we move up, as that pie fills with more gold and less alloys, I used to do that analogy a lot. I haven't in a while. Maybe we'll get into it today. But as that pie fills up with more gold and less alloys, you're going to get a more, what is the word? Malleable metal. As we get more alloys and less pure gold, you're going to get a stronger metal. You're also going to get I don't want to say, you're going to get a more mild color tone as well. And you'll see the difference. I'll try to show you when we get into a more concentrated gold as we go up on the show. I'll try to show you the difference in color tone, because you do see like a richness and a butteriness that comes in when we get into 18, 22, 24 karat gold. It gets a bright butteriness to it. Now this is just going to be a great staple chain, whether it's for a pendant, whether it's to layer. This is a great staple chain. I love an 18-inch neckline because I like to wear my pendants at like 16. So this would be perfect if you wanted to layer it with an everyday wear pendant. You could have those two, one at 18, one at 16. Maybe you like to wear your pendants at 18. Don't worry, we're gonna have 20-inch chains coming your way. We might even have some 16, I'm not entirely sure. But gold is all about layering. And honestly, we were filming a video for YouTube, and as I was looking at some of the jewelry trends for 2025, layering this year is not even about like the perfectly placed layering where it's like 16, 18, 20, which I still kind of like, but it's like throw it all on and let it just fall where it is. And if you've got necklaces on top of necklaces, that's okay. It's just like having it all on. That's just the look right now. So ladies, if you have a bunch of gold chains in your collection, you can literally dress on trend for 2025 by just putting it on. Throw it on, let it fall where it is, and just let the jewelry do its thing. Let it work its little magic. So that will be your first chain of the day. That is going to be starting at $269.99. Now, I did mention to you guys that coupon code, which we love. We love being able to offer that to you guys. And I'm going to peek and see, where is our calculator? Do you
Good question. Oh, here's
Awesome, thank you. I'm gonna peek and check out our pricing real quick. So we are doing $269.99 for this one. That's your start price. Hold on. We're gonna bring you down to $202. And I do love the way this looks. And that is why I wore black, because y'all see what I mean? Gold just pops on black. It really stands out on black. And I feel like this could just be an easy all day, everyday wear chain. Loving it. So it brings you to $202, and then you have 5 budget payments. So your budget pay is going to come down to $40 a month. So today you would pay $40 plus your tax, that's going to be based on where you live. It's a little different for everybody. And then after that, every single month, you are simply going to pay $40.50. Amazing for gold. And you guys, if you feel like you missed out on the gold rush, if you feel like you missed out on the moment to get in on gold, then guess what? I have news for you. You didn't miss out on the gold rush. You did not miss out at all. There is still time to get incredible deals on gold. And the cool thing is you're in the right place. You are in the right place. Because with that, you are getting in on the coolest opportunity here at Shop LC. Because honestly, you guys, a lot of people have been heading to Shop LC to find their gold, and that's how they're discovering Shop LC. Is what they're doing is people are shopping online and they're trying to find gold at incredible prices. They're trying to find they're trying to invest their money in gold. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get the right wording. They're trying to invest their money in gold. Let me just go back to the right wording. They're trying to invest their money in gold, and as they do that, they're stumbling upon Shop LC, because you go online and you start, oh my goodness, you start looking at gold and you're going, well, I can't afford that. I can't afford that. And then you stumble upon Shop LC and you're like, wait, what is going on? What is this? What is this place? Because the prices seem too good to be true, especially just right now with the gold, overall gold value being on the rise. It's been just a steady incline. So with that being on such a steady incline, what has happened is people are having to pay more for gold. And I think a lot of people look at that and they go, well, it was here and now it's here. I missed the boat. I missed the boat. I should have invested in gold. I should have got a bunch of gold. But y'all, look at the overall. Look at how it's looked over the past few years. It was here and here and here and here. It continuously goes up. So it's not too late to get on the gold train. But don't wait any longer. Don't push it back even farther. Right? Why would you do that? Don't do that to yourself. Okay, so that chain will be shop one. Shop one for the perfect everyday wear chain. You could add a pendant as needed, but you absolutely don't have to wear a chain or a pendant. It will look good either way. And that will be shop one. I think it was about $40 on your budget pay, $202 in total. Okay, so now we are moving to the 22 inch. So again, this is going to be in your 10 karat yellow gold, a 1.5 millimeter rope chain. Now remember I said you could do a pendant on these rope chains depending on the bail. Now this one is sitting at 22 inches on the neckline. So great to layer. If you didn't want to get a couple of these, you could layer them up. But this is going to show you how that 1.5 inch could definitely work for pendants, simply depending upon your specific bail size. Took me a second. Okay, so this one, you'll notice whenever you put a pendant on, it takes your chain from a U to more of a V, gives you that elongated look because obviously the pendant's just going to pull down on that chain. Now, something I love about this, you guys, and this is something that I feel like we really only do here at Shop LC, is this is going to be, that was an 18 inch, this is a 22 inch. You're looking at 22 inches. You're looking at 4 additional inches of gold. And we've priced this at the same price point of $269.99. So that means your price will come down to $202 with that $40 budget pay. And that allows you to choose either an 18 inch or a 22 inch. Same price point. Where do you find stuff like that? Right? I mean, if you're getting 4 additional inches of gold, you're getting a little bit more gram weight. I believe the first one was 1.2 grams. At this, you're looking at 1.5 grams of gold. If that were the case anywhere else, you're going to pay for that additional gram weight. It might not seem like a lot, but you're still going to pay for it. Maybe it's just $10 more. But we're doing the exact same pricing on the 22 inch as we have on the 18 inch. That is just wild. And that is something that honestly, it's just the way we do it here at Shop LC. It's just the way we do it. And so I love that we're able to do that for you guys. Now, the 22 inch, speaking of guys, ladies, but gentlemen, this is a great piece for y'all too. Now, the 22 inch is going to be super easy to wear, completely unisex. Most gentlemen are going to be able to wear a 22 inch. I mean, my goodness, if you have a neck that doesn't fit a 22 inch, you might be like fighting for UFC or something. I don't know. I've not seen someone with a neck that can't fit a 22 inch chain. It might scare me. But it's going to be very comfortable. One thing I would say is it's a little bit thin for the gentleman. Y'all might want to go with something with a little bit more of a width on that than a 1.5 millimeter. But if it's a gentleman who's just getting into a chain, you know, it's kind of a great everyday wear. You don't have to wear something big and bulky all the time. You know, one of the gentlemen in my life, he wears a silver chain all day, every day. And I would say it might be like 1.5 to 2 millimeters. It's not thick, it's not bulky. And it just accentuates anything he's wearing. It doesn't take away, it's not distracting. You know, if he's wearing something more sophisticated and has it tucked in, it's not going to be bulky and big. But if he's just wearing a t-shirt, you know, it's just there. And so I think that's kind of a sweet spot, honestly, you guys, for the gentleman. We think gentlemen need something that's bulky and big and like super showy, but you really don't have to go that big to have just kind of that nice little all day, everyday essential chain. And I think everyone needs an essential chain. I think the ladies need an essential chain. I think the gentlemen need an essential chain. Just kidding, I was gonna say, I think the babies need an essential chain. I'm just being a goofball now. But can't fight the fact that this is in fact the exact same price as the 18 inch, which I love. Amazing reviews on this one, you guys. We have over 106 reviews and we've maintained over 4 stars on that rating. So that's amazing. And you'll see that time and time again with our gold because people love buying gold from Shop LC. Like I said, for a lot of people, gold is their first purchase here. They stumble upon Shop LC and they're like, what on earth is happening? Especially when you look at Italian gold. I don't know that we have much Italian gold today. We have a couple of pieces. But when you look at Italian gold and the craftsmanship and what you get for the money, ooh, it is amazing, my friends. So this item right here, this 22-inch chain, this is going to be shop 2 for the 22-inch. I'm going to slip the 18-inch back on real quick. I want you to see how these look layered because, like I said in the beginning, gold is all about throwing it on, layering it up. Oh man, y'all, sorry, I just cannot seem to get this clasp today. So we will show y'all that layered up in a second because those little mini lobster claw closures are just not working out for me right now. Okay. So that will be shop 2 for the 22-inch, and it was shop 1 for the 18-inch of the same width.
Now we'll do the pendant on that chain.
Oh, perfect. Okay, y'all, so just as I was slipping it off there is the pendant. This is going to be coming up next. Now, I know Mother's Day just passed, but honestly, y'all, we should be celebrating our mamas all year long. And what I love about this pendant is it features yellow gold, white gold, and rose gold. So you have tri-gold in this pendant. It is going to be 10 karat gold, and guess what? It is made in America, y'all. I love that. I love something that is made in America, made right here in our own backyard. And you're getting a 90.9 grams of gold. Now, really beautiful metalwork on this. It's a dainty pendant. You've got a sweet little rose there underneath the word mom. That's going to be where your rose gold comes in. I'm going to slip that back on my neckline so y'all can see it as we move through the details. Okay, so looking at this here, you've got really beautiful filigree work here. It's almost like a fleur-de-lis example, and you've got what we call beading in your metal. So it's like these little dots of your gold, and it gives the look of almost having like diamonds or accent stones. Then you have the word mama right there through the center, and just a sweet little pendant for all the moms out there. Underneath you have that beautiful rose, and then again a little bit of that metal work there with the beading. But here's where we get our mixed metals. The flower of that rose is going to be done in your 10 karat rose gold, and the leaves of your rose will be done in the 10 karat white gold. So you're literally getting the trifecta of gold in this pendant, the base of it being the yellow gold with the accents of rose and white gold as well. It is just a really, really dainty piece of jewelry, and I think it's really sweet for the moms out there. It has a very feminine presence, a very light presence, and I just think it would look so gorgeous on any mom's neckline. And again, this is that pendant that you wear every single day. If you give this to your mom, she is going to be, her heart will be so full that she is going to want this, to wear this time and time again, over and over again. And I love that. I think it's so special. I'm going to measure this pendant for you guys. From bail to base, you're looking at 3/4 of an inch on that one. It's just really sweet. You got the negative space behind, so you really see that word mama. You see, the flower, that kind of fleur-de-lis like design. It's just got a lot of details, especially in such a small pendant, right? You wouldn't expect to have so much attention to detail in such a petite pendant, but you do. And having the mixed metal, it adds even more to the overall look of the pendant. It adds the contrast with those different metal tones. So I love that it's made in America. I think it's a really sweet gift for mom. And like I was saying, it does not have to be for Mother's Day, right? We just had Mother's Day. We celebrated mom. You could get this for your mom for her birthday. At the price point, which we're about to get to, you could get this as a just because you love her. Because think about it, you guys. How many just because things in your lifetime has your mom done for you? How many times has your mom had to bring you something that you forgot to school when you were younger? How many times did your mom go pick up new shorts or whatever for whatever sport you did? Or how many times has your mom planned your birthday parties as a kid? I mean, there's just so many reasons and so many occasions to celebrate moms. And so I think if you're looking for a sweet little sentiment to celebrate mom, this is going to be the perfect one. So your price point on this today is amazing. We are starting out at $179.99. So $180 is going to be the price point there. And that's just the starting price, though. We haven't gotten into our coupon code. We are going to come down to $135. So $135, under $150 to get this home. And then, of course, your 5 budget payments, that brings you to $27. So $27 today. What a sweet piece. And if you wanted to pair it with the chain, remember the chain was at $202, and then this one was at, so $202. The entire look is going to be $337. What an incredible deal, right? The entire gold look, the chain, the pendant, $307 or $337, and then you have those 5 budget payments. So you'd be paying like $67 to get both of these home and into your jewelry collection, onto your mom's jewelry box. Moms, you could be proud, be loud and proud that you're a mom, and you could get this to yourself as well. It's good to treat yourself sometimes. Maybe you didn't get that Mother's Day gift you were hoping for. Maybe you didn't get the celebration you were hoping for. Celebrate yourself. Get yourself a gorgeous mom pendant. Oh, Mystery Masters, how many times did your mom put notes in your lunchbox? That's true. I always got notes in my lunchbox. I was really lucky. All right, friends, this will be shop 3. Shop 3 for our mama pendant. So sweet. I love the addition of the rose gold and the yellow gold, really giving it contrast and personality. It would have been gorgeous simply with the yellow gold, but adding in the rose and the white, it just adds so much life to this pendant. And to me, that sets it apart. It really takes it to the next level. Ooh, this is really pretty. I'm excited for y'all to see this. Okay, so next up we have one of the only 2 rings we have in the show. So this is not a ring heavy show. We've had shows with gold where we've had tons and tons of rings. This one we actually only have 2 rings in today's show. Now the first thing I'm going to point out is this ring is done in 10 karat gold. So to me, that is a major green flag when it comes to a ring. I've told y'all this story before about how I purchased early on in my time at Shop LC, I purchased a 22 karat gold ring, and I just really wasn't thinking in the reality of 22 karat gold, how malleable it is. Y'all, I love that ring so much. I loved it so much, I wanted to wear it every day. I was wearing it as my all day, everyday ring. Well, here's the reality, is 22 karat gold isn't necessarily the smartest gold for an all day, everyday wear ring. It's more malleable, right? We talked about that. We talked about the pie. The more you fill those pieces with gold and less alloys, the softer, more malleable it's gonna be. The more alloys you get, the stronger it's gonna be. Well, so 10 karat gold, you're gonna have more metal alloys. That means it's gonna be really strong. So this ring is gonna be very strong. Though it's a dainty butterfly, and it is quite delicate when you look at it, right? You've got those wings of the butterfly, all that negative space, even your band. I love the band because the band is like this open cylinder wrapping around the finger. You actually have kind of this space within that band. It is absolutely stunning, so meticulously done. And you're going to be getting 1.78 grams of your 10 karat gold on this ring. Now the sizes available are fairly limited. We have 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's going to be your size range on this one. So a little bit more limited. We don't have the 5s, we don't have the 10s. But this is just a beautiful piece, especially as we enter into summer. And something I've always said, and I got it from Love is Blind actually, is someone had asked in one of the pods, you know, they ask each other questions and whatnot. Someone had asked, well, what makes you smile? And I thought, what a really beautiful question, right? To ask someone, what makes you smile? It's a really great way to get to know someone. And when I think of things that just make me smile every single time, like I think of coffee. I'm a coffee fanatic. But I also think of a butterfly. I also think of flowers. Like if a butterfly flies by, it's almost like we all become a kid again. You know, I don't know many people who see a butterfly fly by and they're just like, You see a butterfly fly by, and you're like, oh, did you see that butterfly? Look at the butterfly. It gets you excited. It puts a smile on your face. There's something so majestic about a butterfly. And so I feel like a ring like this, there's no way that it's not going to put a smile on your face. There's no way that it's not just going to kind of uplift your mood and your spirits. And it can have that same effect to the people around you too, because there is just something so whimsical and majestic about a butterfly. And so I love this ring. I love the butterfly itself, but I love the way the detail carries down into the band. And y'all can see that behind me there. The way that band, it's wrapped around the finger, but it's actually a dome. It's like a domed band, open air domed band. Really, really unique. And it just has a elegant, dainty, feminine look. I love this ring so much. Again, sizes 6 through 9 available. This is a 5-star rating, so people are loving this as well. Here's a nice little up-close view, and I want y'all to see that domed band and what I mean with the negative space there. So it's like the pattern on that butterfly kind of carries into the band. I would honestly think of wearing this as a middle finger ring because the wingspan then is going to kind of go over those other 2 fingers. I love butterfly rings as a middle finger ring. Now, at the longest on that wingspan, you were looking at a little over 3/4 of an inch. And then from top to bottom on your butterfly, about 3/4 of an inch as well. And then here's what I was talking about with the band. You can see the inside. It's going to be flat, but it's got open space, and it just wraps around like this dome. And it's kind of got this honeycomb design. So you have these openings, this open air design. Really, really beautiful, very meticulous. Like if you like very detailed, articulated pieces, this is going to be the kind of piece that you want to get because it just has that very detailed presence and display. And you're not going to see that at a price like this, at this Shop LC price point. Your starting price today is $399. We're going to take it down to $300, and then we're offering you 5 budget pays. So that's going to bring you down to $60. $60 to get this home, to fall in love, to enjoy gold in all its glory. What a beautiful feminine way to wear your gold. And of course, you're going to want to be careful with all your jewelry, right? I mean, it is going to be more delicate, but it's going to have the strength being 10 karat gold. So if you wear this frequently, you're not going to have to worry about bending the band or anything like that. And a lot of you ladies out there are probably not as hard on your jewelry as I am. Some of you are. It's just something, you know, and especially when you love something and you just want to wear it every single day. And that's how I am. I get really excited when I love something. I'm like, oh, I want to wear it, I want to wear it, I want to wear it. Well, maybe don't wear, you know, a 22 karat ring every single day. Maybe give yourself, save that for special occasions because you don't want it to end up damaged. And then the ring that you love, you're not getting to wear anymore. So keep that in mind, but I do love that ring. It's very feminine. I think it also is a really beautiful symbol, you know, the butterfly for a fresh start, spreading your wings to fly. Maybe this is going to be the year that you finally come out of that cocoon. Maybe this is going to be the year that you finally become the beautiful butterfly that you know yourself to be. So I think that's really cool. I think it's a really beautiful sentiment as well if you were gifting this, if you know someone. I keep talking, I know we're always talking about holidays, right, and what's coming up next and what we could be gifting for, but it is smart. I mean, I think smart gift shopping is the way to go. And with this, think about the graduates, right? Graduation is a new beginning. It really is like coming out of that cocoon, spreading your wings to fly, whether it be a high school graduation, flying off into college, whether it be a college graduation, flying off into the world of having a career and really being out on their own. This will make a really beautiful graduation gift because it just has that such a representation of spreading their wings to fly, of that fresh start. And also it's gold, right? So not only are you giving them something that they will wear for the rest of their lives, whether it be your granddaughter or your niece or your goddaughter or your daughter, you're giving them something they'll wear for the rest of their lives because you'll wear this at 22, you'll wear it at 32, you'll wear it at 52, you'll never stop wearing gold. But also you're giving them this little potential investment in their future. What is worth $399 right now in gold could very likely, and I'm not saying any certainties because I don't have a magic ball, only God knows the certainty of the future, but if you look at the overall trend of gold, you can make an educated guess that gold will likely be worth more in the future. And so I think that's a good way to look at it is, you know, I didn't miss the gold rush. I'm in the middle of the gold rush. I can still get gold, especially at Shop LC for incredible prices. And then I can watch that gold continue to rise. I think that's a really cool way to do it. All right, so that is going to be shop 4 on your butterfly ring. I love the idea of gifting it as a graduation gift. I think that is just the sweetest, sweetest gift because it's gold. They'll have it forever, and it has such sweet symbolism to it. You know, you could gift a gold chain, which is something that they'll have forever as well, that will be a staple. But the butterfly, it has so much meaning, it has so much symbolism. And I think that's what makes it kind of the sweetest graduation gift. If I were to pick a piece of gold today, that would be what I would go for, because I just think you can't beat that. You can't beat something that's valuable but also sentimental, right? I mean, oftentimes we'll hold on to little trinkets or cards because they have sentimental value. But then what happens is, you know, those little things, they're not really something we want to keep forever, right? Like a card, you know, I do keep most of my cards, but with this, it has sentimental value and it's something that is going to be held on to forever. So that will be shop 4 for our 10 karat gold butterfly ring. Okay, next we are getting into a polished silk chain. You guys, this chain, oh my goodness, I love it. It has a very much so like designer-esque look. It is heavy, it's hefty. It looks like the G brand, if y'all know what I mean. You're getting 8.85 grams of gold. We are really moving up in the gold weight. And we are also looking at 14 karat gold. So the great thing about 14 karat gold is you have 50% purity. So it is 50% pure gold and then 50% alloy. So you're hitting that 50% mark, which is really, really nice. You have over 50% pure gold, but then you have enough alloys to give you something really strong, really durable with a lot of strength. So you're getting the best of both worlds. This is going to be sitting at 22 inches. So you've got quite a bit of length on this one. Great layering piece. Again, awesome piece for the guys. I do not think this is too big, too bulky, too over the top. It's really just right. You are looking at 4 millimeters, so it does have more substantiality to it, but it's not too big, it's not too bulky. Sometimes we get into like 7 millimeter rope chains. I'm like, whew, I love it for people who really want to go big or go home. 7 millimeters, that's a little overwhelming for me. I like to keep my jewelry a little bit more dainty. Not to say I don't have some big chunky chains, because I do. I've got some big, bold, chunky chains, but I also have some more toned down pieces. And I love layering those together, right? Putting your 7 millimeter with your 4 millimeter with your 1.5 millimeter, right? Mixing and matching all of those, more chunky with more delicate. It's going to give you a really dynamic look on the neckline. So 22 inches, completely unisex, 4 millimeters. Now the silk chain, okay, these are like little ovals that have been linked together with this bar in the center. And that is what gives you that kind of, I'm just going to say it, that little bit of that Gucci look, okay? And I think we're on live TV, so I think I can get away with it. It's going to give you that Gucci look. If you've ever been to the Gucci stores and you look at their jewelry, this is the kind of chain that they utilize. And it has that presence. It has a very, very expensive presence. It has that designer look and feel, but it does not have the designer price tag. And that's why you're in the right place at the right time. Shop LC is the place to be when it comes to gold. You know, we talked about it yesterday, getting the look for less, right? Getting that really expensive look for a fraction of the price. I kind of feel like that's just our specialty here. We find you the look for less. So your price point on this is $2,189. We're going to apply that coupon code. That will bring you down to $1,642, and then you have 5 budget payments. And that takes you to $328.50. So $328 to get home a piece of jewelry that looks so incredibly expensive. I'm going to see if I can find what I'm looking for in like that designer look. Here it is on the neckline. I mean, it just presents beautifully. Let's see if I can find a comparison that I was trying to talk about. Sorry guys, trying to find a good comparison here for what I'm really wanting to show you guys. And of course, when you're looking for a particular comparison, it never seems to be that you just find it right off the bat, right? Oh, here, let's see, maybe. Gold. Okay. Okay, I'm not finding what I want, but it has that high-end look to it. Sorry, you guys, that I couldn't find what I was looking for. We do have some great 5-star reviews, so we will take a peek at those. Yeah, I do suggest we all buy a little bit of gold. Now, of course, don't go broke buying gold, but get what you can. You know, if you can buy a little piece here, a little piece there, it could potentially be worth more in the future. Mariana wrote, lovely, I like it, and the price was right. Annette wrote, I love this chain. It is so different yet gorgeous. Love that. I love it when y'all write in too. Sonda wrote, it is a beautiful gift. I mean, there are just endless things to say about a chain like this. So this one is going to be shop 5 for our 4mm Filk chain. Now, you know, if you want a traditional look, go with your rope. If you want a traditional look, go with, you know, a Cuban. That's going to give you a very traditional gold look. If you want something different, if you want something that's going to look boutique, that's going to look designer, get yourself a Filk chain. Get yourself a paper clip if you want something that's a little more on trend, that's going to have a little bit more of a fashion statement versus the traditional gold look. This is going to be more of a fashion statement in your gold. And I feel like if you are someone who shops frequently, bless you, DJ, and you already have, you know, the classic chains in your collection, it's time to get some of those fashion statement pieces into the jewelry box, onto the neckline. Start with the Filk chain. You will love it. And we're doing this at under $2,000 today.
Kind of a random question, but I was talking to the visual stylists about this yesterday. What would you say is, in your opinion, the most overrated fast food place?
Overrated. Ooh, this is a good question. Let's think. McDonald's?
That's fair.
Like, everyone hypes at McDonald's, and it's just all right. I could live with never going to McDonald's again.
Yeah, same. I've come to the general consensus that it seems like people who have lived a good chunk of their life in California, their answer is Whataburger.
Oh, that it's overhyped?
Mm-hmm. Because they're an In-N-Out kind of people.
Right.
I'm just like, no.
Well, see, but the thing is I think In-N-Out lives up to the hype.
I think it's alright. I don't hate it. Like, I like it, but... Yeah.
I love their burgers, but...
It hasn't been once I've had it. So.
I could see how to other people Whataburger, but also, I'll be totally honest, I've never had a burger at Whataburger.
Really?
I've only ever had... I love their chicken strips with gravy.
Wow.
I've only ever had their chicken strips. So, I don't know if the burger lives up to the hype. But I'm kind of weird about burgers. I'll only eat burgers at In-N-Out and P. Terry's.
That's fair.
Like, I like that kind of burger with, like, that kind of sauce.
Okay.
Versus, like, a traditional cheeseburger.
Okay. That's fair.
So, I don't know. But being a Texan, I'm going to say no. Whataburger is not overrated.
I agree.
I gotta stand true to our Texas.
I think for me, my answer was Chick-fil-A. Like, I like it, but just the fact that the lines are that long for it is ridiculous.
But it goes by quick, for the most part.
For the most part. I don't know. Just seeing that line's like, guys, really?
See, I think Chick-fil-A lives up to the hype.
You think so?
I love it. And there's so many... It's not like with Whataburger, I only get chicken strips every time. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'd like something else. I haven't tried much else. But at Chick-fil-A, anytime I go through, there's like multiple different things that I would order.
Well, I mean, it's still all chicken.
I know, but like I love their salads. I like their soup. I like their mac and cheese. I like their chicken. I like the sandwiches. There's like so many things that, like, everything's good.
That's
right. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. McDonald's is definitely...
It's like, come on. We don't need it.
Yeah, we really don't.
It's just not that good.
I am excited to try Japanese McDonald's.
Oh,
Because I already know
yeah.
for a fact that's just going to naturally taste better.
International McDonald's are the best.
I've heard that apparently there's like one McDonald's in Chicago where you can do like a global menu. Like they have different food items from like different parts of the world, like German McDonald's or French McDonald's.
I wish I knew about that.
Yeah.
I know in Dallas they have it's like just a drink and dessert McDonald's.
Oh,
And they have all these kinds of like special drinks and like ice creams and stuff.
in Dallas?
Yeah.
Oh.
I forget what it's called. I saved it on my Instagram. My mom and I drove by it once and I was like, that's like, I saw this on Instagram. It's like special.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of
Drinks.
Instagram, how dare you not respond to the reel that I sent you? How dare you?
When did you send it?
It was like sometime last week.
I'm gonna have to go back and see what it
It
was.
was the cheeseburger phone one.
Did I watch it? Sometimes I open things and if it's a reel, I'm like, oh, I gotta look at that later if I'm in a place where I can't listen to sound.
That's fair.
So I might have done that and
It
then
was
I
a
forgot.
goofy one, so I don't blame you.
Okay, I'll go back and look at it. I'm like behind on everyone. My mom is on me. Yes. Did we go to McDonald's in Spain, Mom? I think we went in Paris and we went in Italy. International McDonald's, the bomb. Literally just when I was there this past Italy, we went to McDonald's the day after our friend's wedding. We were on a road trip, and they have these yummy like cheese and bacon fries, and they also though have their entire like Mac Cafe is like a whole thing. So they had like macaroons and like fresh pastries. You could get a cappuccino. Like it's so
Wow.
fancy. And if you're like sitting in the place, they use like plates and glasses and like
At a McDonald's.
yes, like it's legit. And my friend, he got like it was a little espresso shot, and it came with a chocolate covered like frozen ice cream ball,
Oh.
and that was like one of the dessert options.
Oh my god.
Like they have so many cool different things. And then where were we? In Switzerland, we had these really good like ham and cheese croissants for breakfast one morning. I'm like, why that's not that hard to make. Why can't we
Yeah.
have that here? It was so good. It was like melted, like pressed like a panini. Oh my gosh. I love International McDonald's so much. It's so much better than ours. Yeah, okay, Preston and Campbell. That's where the McDonald's place is. I wish I could remember what it's called.
Preston and Campbell. Okay.
But it's just like if I heard the name, I would remember it. But it's a McDonald's like drink and dessert. Oh yeah, you forgot about Ernie's Burgers. Was in Forney, Texas. My grandparents owned a burger restaurant actually when I was a kid. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
In Forney, Texas. They sold it when I was like in kindergarten, but they had a burger restaurant. And they had all kinds of good things for like a cheese sticks and root beer. Okay, y'all, what is next? What do we got? Oh, the Mirage. I was right. It is the Mirage collection. I'm so excited, you guys. So the Mirage collection, what we have been doing with the Mirage collection is it's almost like what you saw on the Butterfly with the band, kind of that open space. And we have the Mirage collection pieces in hoops. We have Mirage collection rings, bracelets, all kinds of things in this Mirage collection. And it's this really beautiful display here that you see on the outer edge of this gold bar, and then even moving up the bail. And if y'all remember, we've been doing these gold bars for a while now. I would say, my goodness, at least since I've been here, we've been bringing you guys gold bars. But we're giving them more and more style. So when I was first starting here at Shop LC, we had quite a few gold bars that were just like a gold bar that you could have engraved, honestly, which I loved. But we also had a gold bar with like a Statue of Liberty, gold bars with little emblems on them. But now we're really amping it up. And I love the look of the gold bar because it gives you that iconic gold look. I always say it, I know I'm repetitive, but guys, imagine you get a little repetitive when you're talking about these things, and you have to get creative and think about things. Well, with the gold bars, to me, a bar is just it's synonymous with gold. It's iconic when it comes to gold, right? When you think about it, if you were to find buried treasure, what are you finding? You're finding giant gold bars in a cave somewhere, and maybe some rubies and emeralds. That's what I'm imagining. I know, I'm in like a little fairy tale movie, but hey, let your imagination go wild. Why not? So this is awesome because you're not only getting the pendant, so you're getting the gold bar, but you're also getting the chain included. you're going to have an 18-inch chain. That's going to be done in your 10 karat gold as well. So the entire thing, the pendant and the chain, will be done in 10 karat yellow gold. You're getting 1.1 grams of gold in general. Oh, yes. Mr. Master is called Cosmix. It's Cosmix.
Cosmix?
Not Cosmax, but Cosmix Cafe.
Oh. Cool.
I know, I really want to try that place next time I go home. Okay. Thank you for letting us know that, because I was wondering what I was like, it's on the tip of my tongue. I know it if I saw it. April, joining us from Facebook. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for joining us. We are looking at this Mirage Collection bar, which I love. We are setting the bar with our gold bars with this Mirage Collection. So take a peek at this on my neckline. You are looking at you're looking at 1.1 grams of gold. I was reading our price. My goodness, $269.99 on your price point, but 1.1 gram of gold, and the chain is included. So this is ready to wear, ready to gift. It is sitting at 18 inches on the neckline, so it's not going to drop too low. That to me is a sweet spot for a pendant. If you did like something that's sat at, let's say, 20 inches, you can always switch out the chain. And it's just nice that you're getting the chain included, because you have it, you're ready to go, you're ready to rock and roll with it. However, you could always utilize this chain with other pendants too, right? So instead of spending, a lot of money on a chain for your pendant, get a pendant that comes with a chain, because a lot of times, especially here at Shop LC, when you do that, the price you pay, it's going to end up being like you got the chain for free. It's like we just kind of threw in the chain just because it's easier that way. So you got your Mirage pendant, all done in 10 karat gold, going to be very durable. And honestly, when we're working with these pieces, this Mirage collection in particular, where you have that open air space, you have the open space, having the durability of 10 karat gold is going to be really nice, because when you have the open air space and kind of those smaller lines, it's going to give you more of an opportunity for there to be bending or breakage. And so having the 10 karat gold is prime on this piece. Now, like I mentioned, 18 inches on the neckline, just over a gram there, 1.1 grams of gold. And it's a traditional bar pendant in such a non-traditional way, in such an elaborate way, in such a detailed way. So really bringing in some feminine, elegant, soft touches to that traditional bar look. Now, your starting price is $270. I believe that's going to bring us down to $202. Yep, it brings us down to $202.50, and then 5 budget payments will put you at $40.50 to get this home. This is going to be shop 6. Shop 6 for our bar pendant. Chain included, you guys. That is a game changer, deal breaker when you have chain included. Isaac's in the house. Hey, Isaac. You got in just in time, friend. Welcome. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day off yesterday. Let us know what you ended up doing after we hung out here on the live streams. Alrighty, so now we are going to continue on with a gold bar. Now this will be in the more traditional gold bar design. I did wear some bangles today, some of my personal bangles, because I felt like, hey, I could layer this up with some gold and kind of let y'all know how I would style my gold. I am all about the wrist stack. Now the wrist stack is just very popular right now. Everyone's layering up their beaded jewelry with their bangles, with, more upscale pieces like this. Now, like I said, this is a traditional gold bar. You actually have that gold bar right there on the front of the wrist. It says 10 karat gold, and it's got this really beautiful shine and polish to it. It's like looking in a mirror. It's got that mirrored finish to it. And then it is set on a 10 karat gold bangle. It's a flex bangle, so it's gonna be really nice, easy to open, not uncomfortable to get on and off. If you've ever had a really rigid, tough bangle, and I have, you try to put them on, and what happens is you try to put it on and it's like it digs into your skin a little bit. So what I personally like to do is I like a flex bangle where it has a little bit more bend to it, so you can just kind of very delicately place it on the wrist. It's got a little, I'm trying to do it one-handed here, but it's got a little bit of give, and so there you go. You kind of slip that right onto the wrist. Now this is going to be at 7¼ inches. This is the sweet spot for a bracelet size. We traditionally have 6.5 7¼ and 8 inches. Now, with the 7¼ that's that median size. It's kind of like a size 7 shoe, right? It is that most sought after size. I'm 6½. Now, I feel like I used to be a 7. I don't know why I thought that, but for a while I feel like I wore a size 7. And it's always like you go to the clearance rack and there's no shoes in your size because that's the most sought after size. So that 7¼ is going to be that sweet spot. I typically would wear 6½ on a bracelet. With this, the 7¼ it's just going to have a little bit more drape. It's going to sit a little bit lower on the wrist. Now, if you are creating like a wrist stack and you're layering it up with your own personal jewelry, then that could kind of hold it up higher in place. Maybe you put a beaded bracelet underneath it. That's going to hold it up on the wrist. Now, on the opposite side of that coin, if you traditionally wore a size 8 in a bracelet, it's just going to be a little bit tighter on the wrist. It might sit a little bit higher. It might be a little bit tighter to the skin. But I absolutely love the demonstration and the detail on this bracelet. You can see her behind me, and I'll give you an up close view as well. You can see behind me it says 10 karat gold. That is stamped onto that gold bar. And this is just such a traditional look of gold that I love the timeless elegance that this presents. So you are looking at 10 karat yellow gold, 3.38 grams. So you're getting some good substantial gram weight on this bracelet. And it does come with your Luxoro card. Let me come give you an up close peek. And I'll show you on the wrist, and then I will also show you off the wrist just so you can see all the details. So here it is, and when I have it just kind of stacked with my own personal bangles. Really great way to wear your gold. We were talking about layering with necklaces. Layering with bracelets is really fun too. And here's how the just kind of flex styling. You can easily slip it off. You can easily slip it on as well. Look at that. How easy is that? And then here is, I got a little fingerprint there, your 10 karat gold. And that gold bar just sits right there in the center of the wrist. I love, love, love the look of this. I love how this is a traditional representation of the beauty and the elegance and honestly, the prestige of gold. Like it's very prestigious to own and wear gold. We were talking about this last night. We were filming our podcast, and this is a side note, y'all. I do a podcast on my own, a faith-based podcast, and we were talking about, we do these ancient influencer episodes where we talk about someone in the Bible, and we do a little deep dive on their story. We typically try to find people who aren't as well known in the Bible. So last night we were recording an episode on Rhoda, and Rhoda is actually, she is a servant in the house of Mary. This is not Jesus' mom's Mary. This was Mary, Jesus, mother of John Mark, who ends up traveling with, I believe it's Paul and Barnabas in the early church. I'm getting sidetracked. But anyways, Rhoda is a servant, and they are all praying for Peter, for him to be rescued or saved or set free, because they are worried he's about to be executed. And so what happens is they're praying, and Rhoda is the servant. She's in the home. He knocks on the door. He's been set free by God. It's an incredible story. And Rhoda hears him at the door, and he's saying, hey, this is Peter. And she runs up to tell anybody. She forgets to even open the door, but she runs and tells everybody, oh my gosh, Peter's alive. He's okay. He's set free. He's here. Well, no one believes her. They're like, you've gone crazy. You must be tired. You're loopy. No, they don't believe it. They're praying for it, but they don't believe God just answered their prayer. And Rhoda's like, no, he's literally at the door. And so she's a really great representation for Christians of blind faith, of not needing to see things to believe things. She heard his voice and she believed it. And she ran and told the others. And so she kind of, to me, parallels with Mary Magdalene in finding Jesus at the tomb. And it was a really nice deep dive. But all that to say that during those times, my co-host is a total history buff. And so she went through, and I was like, ooh, let's find some like fun, cool details for this time period. And she went through and she was talking about what people of that time period would have been wearing. And so like just tunics were the traditional garment of the time. So most women wore like long tunics. Well, these servants, they would wear shorter tunics, right? So Rhoda likely would have been in a shorter tunic. And then you would wear whatever traditional scarf or like head garment would have been from your home region. But also, it was very common that if you did have any kind of wealth, you would be wearing gold. You would be wearing gold jewelry. And so that's what took me back to that. I know that we did a little detour to get back on track. But even in biblical times, it was very prestigious to be wearing gold. And I think that stands true still today. I want to say hi to Marcia from Facebook. Marcia, thank you for your comment. I hope you are enjoying the live stream. I so appreciate you commenting in. That means so much to me. Let us know where you're viewing from. We would love to know. Isaac, you did not miss anything in the first hour. I mean, you missed gold, but we just had a very mellow show this morning. I'm just kind of taking it easy, enjoying the gold, right? Gold is something that we just want to take our time on, look at each piece, look at all the details. You had some really sweet detailed pieces this morning. Now, y'all, we are 30 seconds away from 11:11. If you have not tuned into my live streams before, I love numbers. So 11:11 for me has always been a moment where if I see it on the clock, if I see it in my car, if I see it on my phone, I take a second to pause and pray. Now this can be however you want it to be. It can be a moment where you take a few deep breaths, you recalibrate, maybe you've had a really rushed morning and you just need a little stillness. So let's all take that time together. You've got 1 minute, pray, make a wish, breathe, sit and just be still and calm, and let's reacclimate for our day. Okay, you guys, a couple more minutes. Jesus said to have 6. Have 6. I don't know what you're saying. You're gonna have to retype that, Miss Pat Perkins, because I can't tell what that means. Isaac, 1 hour and I missed 3 items. No, Isaac, you didn't. You missed 7. So, FYI. Y'all, don't worry. Isaac's a regular viewer, so he tunes in all the time. We give each other a hard time. I'm not being rude to him. So price point on this is $609.99. We're going to get that coupon code working for you guys. It's going to bring you down to $457.50 and then 5 budget payments. So you'll be paying just under $191 to get home this really classic display of gold, and I love that. It is part of the Luxoro collection. Anytime you see the Luxoro collection, the word Luxoro, that means we're going to be utilizing either 10 or 14 karat gold. So this piece in particular, we're using 10 karat, which again, for me in particular, if I'm wearing a bracelet, I'm going to want it to be either 10 or 14 karat gold because I'm going to want that strength and durability that you get from 10 or 14 karat gold. So that bracelet right there, that will be shop 7, okay? Shop 7 for our gold bar bangle, which I just absolutely love, and I think y'all will love it too. I think you'll love the flex styling. I think you'll love layering it. You can create some really different looks with this gold bangle. And of course, Miss Jessica will be coming up this afternoon from 2 to 4. I'm not quite sure what she has in her show.
Bali.
Oh, Bali Legacy. Okay, so we're going to have some gold in the morning, a lot of silver in the afternoon with the Bali Legacy collection, all those beautiful handcrafted pieces. You guys, make sure y'all come back and tune in with Jessica because Bali Legacy, love it. Oh, yes. Okay, Miss Pat Perkins. Jesus said, do you not have faith as a mustard seed after seeing all of Jesus's miracles? That's true. You just need just that little teeny tiny bit of faith. That's all it takes. But when we see his miracles, it should be very easy to believe. Now we're getting into Miami Cuban. We are also getting into the largest gram weight so far of the show. I almost wondered if it's going to be the largest gram weight of the show. It potentially could be. I'm not entirely sure. This is one of those moments where I'm like, judging by what I'm seeing, there's a chance that this could be the largest gram weight. I'm just going to rearrange things a little bit for my own mental clarity. I like to kind of organize things by item so I know what I've done and what I have left to do. Kind of helps me keep things organized. Sweet. Okay, so we are getting into the one and only Miami Cuban of the show. Now, what I love about a Cuban is how flat it is. I love Cubans because they're nice and flat. They sit flat to the neckline, very smooth, no kinks, no like rigidness, very fluid chains. I love that about a Miami Cuban. And also, if you are wearing it directly to the skin, I love how you can really feel that gold. You feel that gram weight. It is flat to the skin, and so you're really experiencing your gold. And gold is something that I do think we should experience, right? If we're going to invest this money, if we're going to spend this money on gold pieces, you know, this is going to be priced at right around $2,000. If you're spending $2,000 on something, you want to not just wear it, but you want to experience it. And I feel like with a Miami Cuban, you actually get to experience your jewelry. So we're looking at 4.5 millimeters on this Miami Cuban. So very comparable to the Filk chain that we had a little bit earlier on in the show when it comes to the width on that. Now I'm going to slip this onto the neckline. You got a lobster claw closure here. This is going to sit at 22 inches. So yeah, comparable. This will be great for the gentleman also. And that 4 millimeters, you know, we were talking about it. Guys, y'all do not have to get in on 7 or 8 millimeter chains, okay? You don't have to have thick, bulky chains. It's just rocking a chain. It's just rocking a classic gold chain. That is where it's at. That's what it's about. Now, you're getting over 11 grams of gold. So let's talk about some major gram weight on this one. 11.5 grams. This is by far the heaviest piece we have shown you so far. Before that was the 8-gram Filk chain. So we are really getting into those heavier gram weights. So if you are looking at these pieces going, okay, I want to get gold kind of as these investments, this tangible asset, right? Something I can wear, something I can see, something I can feel, something I can enjoy, but that might potentially be worth more money in the future. You're going to want to go with the more gram weight, the merrier, right? This will be done in your 10-karat yellow gold. So that will be extremely durable. Again, great reason for you guys to come in on this because, gentlemen, y'all can be a little bit harder on things. Let's just be real. I was chatting last night and I was talking to a guy and he asked if he could borrow my vacuum. And I was like, well, I don't know, just don't like bang it around or mess it up because guys are harder on stuff. Like y'all are more rough on things. He was like, don't put me in that category with all guys being rough on things. He was like, you know, I take care of my stuff. And I was like, just generally speaking, guys tend to be a little bit rougher on things. Maybe y'all don't realize your strength sometimes. Like, just, if you have a guy moving a piece of furniture, it might end up a little bit scuffed. If you have a lady trying to move a piece of furniture, or at least directing the moment, it might not end up scuffed. I'm speaking from experience, okay? So, guys, if y'all want a little bit more durability, which I personally think you guys need, then I think going with the 10-karat gold is going to be perfect. It's going to have that nice durability for you. Now, looking at the price point, we are looking at $2,069. We'll get that coupon code going. That is going to bring you down to $1,552. Wow, you guys. Wow, right around $1,500. I actually wasn't expecting that. Oh, you know, sometimes the math, when I actually do the coupon code, I'm like, oh, wow, that's way less than I thought. Like, I knew the coupon code would be good, but that's even better. And then you got 5 budget pays, which brings you down to $310 on your budget pay. $310 on your budget pay. Y'all, that's incredible. For this much gram weight, for over 11 grams, for $310 on budget pay, if you are able, I would think this would be a really great piece. Isaac said, don't be sexist. Lots of dainty guys around now. Well, yeah. I don't know if I want a dainty guy in my life, but I like a traditional guy. The less dainty is probably better for me. I'd rather you scuff furniture than be dainty. I don't think describing guys as dainty is not necessarily the greatest way to go. So this will be for your Cuban, nice and flat to the neckline. This is going to be shop 8. Now I'm going to come give y'all a quick close-up. I'm going to have a big gulp of my coffee. There that is on the neckline. And y'all know, again, we're talking about a classic Cuban. So when we look at ropes, when we look at Cubans, y'all are going to basically know the look of that. Y'all are going to know the style because it is one of those classic, iconic looks when we're talking about a Cuban or a rope that we see time and time again, that we've become familiar with, that we know of. And the key difference here is, y'all, you are getting this at Shop LC pricing and you're getting the option of budget pay, which to me is just such a huge game changer. If you were to go out to a mall jeweler right now or a department store and try to find gold, you won't likely have the option of budget pay. They might give you like an in-store credit card option or a financing option, but to have the option of budget pay is really, really awesome, and that's only here at Shop LC that you get the option of budget pay. So I love that. All right, this will be shop 9. Isaac, I'm nerdy but rugged. I love it, Isaac. You know what I was watching the other day? I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen John Crist. He's a comedian and he has a podcast. And they do these videos where they do these videos. Well, they don't do these videos. They find videos on social media and they share them on their podcast. And the segment is called "What Are Christians Doing?" And it was this girl. This video. She was like talking and she was like, you know, the issue with guys now is like they lack the ability. Like, I'm not going to say it right. Basically, she was saying guys in the olden days, you know, they could get mad and punch a hole in the wall, but then at least at that time they knew how to fix it. They knew how to redo the drywall. It's like guys nowadays, they might get mad and punch a wall, but they don't know how to fix the dang wall. They've got to call someone to fix the wall. So I just thought that was kind of funny. So we are going on to a paper clip. Now I was saying earlier, if you want something that's going to have a little bit more of that trendy appearance, more of the fashion forward approach to gold, a paper clip chain is perfect. And I really like a paperclip chain because I feel like a paperclip chain, it is going to have that fashion forward appearance, but while still maintaining a timeless look, right? It's not too trendy. It's not a fad. Like paperclip chains, they're never going out of style. It's not like, okay, trend for 2025, paperclip chains, and then next year it's like, nobody wear your paperclip chains. They're out of style. No, it's gold. It is timeless luxury. I want to make sure I grab the right one. Okay, here we go. Yes. Here's our paperclip chain, and this is going to be a 24-inch. So you guys, we are talking about 2 feet of gold. I always like to say that when I'm talking about 24 inches because I don't think we even perceive that sometimes. 24 inches. Gold by the foot. Gold by the foot. Can y'all believe that? We're looking at 4.33 grams. Now this is going to be a 14 karat gold rope chain. So over 50% pure gold on your rope chain. You have a more petite closure there on your lobster claw. It's going to flow really seamlessly though with the links on this paper clip. And I gotta say, this is also a more petite paper clip chain. And I'm going to show y'all in reference to a bracelet that we'll have coming up that has more what I consider the traditional link size for a paper clip chain. This is going to have a bit more petite links on it. So sitting at 24 inches, you got over 50% pure gold. 4.33 grams on that gold. I adore this as a layering piece, you guys. Adore this. I love paperclip chains, so we've had some really incredible deals on paperclip chains. I've been very tempted to buy one. I have resisted the urge, but I've been very tempted to buy one. You know, in the overnight hours, I'll oftentimes work with Steve, and we love bringing gold. And when we do incredible prices for our overnight viewers. It's kind of like your little treat for shopping with us in the wee hours of the morning. We're like, well, thank you for shopping with us at 6 a.m. So guess what? Or at 4 a.m. So guess what? We're going to give you incredible prices on gold. So if y'all are ever looking for some gold deals, tune in with Steve and I. We're normally on Thursday mornings together from 2 to 6. Not this week, but we will typically be on from 2 to 6 a.m. together. And it's always a fun time. We do a lot of gold. We do pink diamonds. So they're kind of our special things that we do together. So taking a look at this, 24 inches on the neckline on your paperclip chain. And y'all see what I mean? I feel like even at first glance, you'll notice that these links are more dainty than a traditional paperclip that you would think of. And to kind of give you that reference, here's a paperclip chain we'll have coming up later. And this is more what I think when I think of paperclip chain. So if you have another paperclip chain, this one is going to be different than what you probably have because those paperclip links are a bit more petite in size. It's a 2.7 millimeter. Now let's get into the price for you guys. So we are looking at a start price of $1,070. Taking that coupon code, it brings you to $802. So $802, and then you're gonna have 5 budget payments. That brings you to $160. So $160 on your budget pay. Really great price point, you guys, for what you're getting, right? That fashion forward piece of gold. And we are getting 4.33 grams. So we're getting up in gram weight from what we saw from those earlier on we had the rope chains, the petite rope chains. We're getting up in the gram weight from that. So we're going to have something a bit heavier, a bit heftier, looks beautiful, presents beautiful on the neckline as well. This will be shop 9. Now this is not rated yet, so that makes me think it's likely a newer item. So if you get this home, if you get it from the live stream and you get this home, please leave a review. Your reviews are really useful to us. They are tools that we can use when we are helping people make their purchasing decisions. And I know for me personally, I love looking at reviews. If I'm ever going on vacation, it takes me forever to choose a hotel because I look at review after review after review, and then I'm like, wait, let me go look back and compare this to that, because I'm like, well, let me look at the photos, and I get crazy with reviews, I really do. But I think it's the greatest tool, because y'all can be tuning in right now, and I can tell you how much I love something, I can tell you how beautiful it is, but I'm here, this is my job, right? Someone who owns it, they've got nothing to gain, right? Absolutely nothing. And to go off of that, I do try to be as transparent with y'all as I can. I think I'm extremely good about being transparent, just like with those links. I showed you, it's not the big longer links that you would expect with a paper clip chain. They're a bit more petite. I always try to be open with those things. But I think hearing from customers, customer to customer, that is really what people love, because if you're wearing it every day and you're experiencing it, you're gonna know, oh my gosh, this looks really great with jeans and a t-shirt. Tried it on with a dress, it didn't work so well. Like, people love hearing that stuff. So we appreciate everyone who does leave a review. It's honestly made me realize I need to get better at leaving reviews. I'm not such a great review giver, leaver of reviews. I don't know how I say that. We have some comments here. Isaac said, at work, the men customers act like women and the women are manly. I think that is just an all-around thing these days. I don't know why I don't like it, but I do think that's an all-around thing. Oh, Miss Pat Perkins, your ring still did not come. Isaac, I want a patchwork jacket and they canceled it. Isaac, that is a bummer. That's so bizarre that you keep losing out on these auctions. It's really making me skeptical. So I don't know. I would call and complain. How many times has that happened to you, that they've canceled your auction items? Because that just seems odd that multiple auction items have been canceled. I find the cheapest deals when I vacation. What do you mean, Isaac? When travel, like travel deals. I do too. Ask my mom. I am the most savvy vacation planner ever. I can find good places, but I do it in a very savvy way. Okay, now we are bringing our first piece of the day of Italian gold. Y'all, we are just, let's all take a moment, okay? Close your eyes. We just took a 10-hour plane ride. We are getting off the plane. We are in Rome. We're going to take the train into the city. Okay, we've arrived in Italy. We've arrived in Rome, you guys. Grab some gelato, grab a cappuccino. It is time. So we have arrived in Italy, and we are stepping up to the plate with Italian gold. Y'all, Italian gold is in a category all on its own. I cannot compare Italian gold to anything else because it is meticulous. It is artisan. There is so much thought behind every single piece of Italian gold. The styling, the craftsmanship is incredible. The Italians take great pride in their work. They've been kind of leading the way in gold making for so long. And we really do look at their gold as the bar that we set when it comes to gold. So this is the Maestro, I hope I'm saying that right, Maestro gold collection. It is Italian 14 karat yellow gold. This is a wave grumetta chain. It is absolutely stunning. Yellow gold chain necklace, 18 to 20 inches. You've got that adjustability right there on the back, which is something we don't always see with Italian gold. Oftentimes they'll have it at 18 or 20. You've got a full adjustability there. 4.23 grams of gold, 4.6 millimeters. I love this, you guys. The links are like these twisted, they're like twisted ovals. So it's not just like oval links, they're twisted. So it gives you almost like this dancing effect on the neckline. It's like that gold is just dancing and twirling on your neckline. Look at that. Now I have it at 18 inches. I like to wear things a bit higher up on the neckline. Like I was mentioning, you can fully adjust that down to 20 inches. You can put it at 19 inches if you would like. We are talking about over 4 grams of gold. And oh my goodness, I can't wait to get into the reviews on this one because we have 4.3 stars with how many reviews? 13. So we got a lot of reviews and maintained a really high star rating, which to me, that's when you know you're getting something good. If it's 1 review and it's a 5-star, great. If it's over 13 reviews and it's a 4.3 star, you're doing something right. Mary wrote, I love the 14 karat gold necklace I bought as I always admired it on Cheryl. Aw. William, still don't know if this is real gold. It is gold, William. 5-star review though. Yeah, I guess it's better than he thought it could be. Tamika wrote, amazing. This is a very fine piece of jewelry. Very happy with this purchase. The quality of the links are excellent. Carrie wrote, the necklace is beautiful and very well made. It is worth every penny. Thank you, Shop LC. Yeah, I mean, y'all, these are beautiful. And just giving you a little insight on Italian gold in general. Really beautiful on the neckline. But giving a little insight on Italian gold in general, back when I was in Italy in October, November, I know I talk about it a lot, but when you have like a really special experience, it's exciting to talk about, right? So back when I was in Italy, I was like wanting to look at gold. I was like, I sold so much Italian gold and I thought, man, maybe I should get some gold while I'm in Italy. Think again. Wasn't happening because I am not rich, okay? Well, gold in Italy is outrageous. So the fact that we bring you Italian gold at these prices continuously blows my mind because you typically think, well, if I get it from the source, it's going to be the best price you'd see, right? Not the case. We actually sell Italian gold for a fraction of the price that you find Italian gold in Italy. Can you believe that? Isn't that a shocker? I just don't get it. I'm like, how? You would always think that things should always cost more at the source. Sorry, y'all, my hair is driving me crazy. There's a little dip. There we go. There we go. I'm like bringing the poof back that was popular in like 2009. There we go. It's still got a dent. What's happening? Why? Okay, it's a little better. I'm going to make it worse if I keep messing with it, so I'll just leave it alone. Okay, so price point on this blows my mind. We are at $999, but guess what? Taking 25% off, so you're going to pay $750, and then you're going to have 5 budget pays. Y'all, $750 for over 4 grams of Italian gold. That is going to bring you to $150. $150 to get this home, to try it on, to experience Italian luxury for yourself. Now, I haven't mentioned it quite yet in this show, but you do have a 30-day joy guarantee. So if you ever get something home that you don't absolutely love, maybe you are thinking of layering this with your all-day, everyday wear rope chain or Cuban. You get it home, you're like, I don't really like the way those links look together. No problem. You have 30 days of easy breezy returns. So we like to make things simple here. We also want you to shop confidently. And I feel like when you know that you can return something, it gives you the confidence to purchase because you're like, okay, well, if it doesn't work out, it's all good. I know for me, for years, I would not shop Forever 21 online. It's going to be sad to talk about because Forever 21 is no more. But I wouldn't shop Forever 21 online because you couldn't return anything. And I'm like, well, I can't buy these items if I can't return them because if they don't fit, if the material's itchy, I'm stuck with it. And so for years and years, I didn't shop on forever21.com. And then they changed their policy and they had returns. And I was like, done. And I would order so much on forever21.com because I would just order a little bit more than I needed. It. Maybe I didn't know if I was a small or an extra small. So I get both. And I would just return the size I didn't fit. And that made it so easy for me to shop because I could shop confidently. I knew they had my back, right? If it doesn't fit, that's okay. We got you. We got you covered. You're not going to be stuck with it. So that gave me confidence to shop with forever21.com. Now, I'm very sad because forever21.com doesn't exist anymore. And as a millennial, that is just heartbreaking. I remember, truly, you guys, I remember getting my first job as a food server my senior year of high school. I got it like towards the end of my senior year. We didn't have drill team anymore. We used to have practices after school, and then after we did our big spring show, we didn't have practices, so we just get out a little bit early from school. And so I got a job as a food server, and what I would do is I would go work at night and make all my money waiting tables, and then I saved a ton of money. But also, then the next day I'd get off early from school because we didn't have practice, and I'd go to the mall, and I'd go to Forever 21 and buy myself a new outfit. And It was so much fun, and I miss those days. I miss the days of all the accessories at Forever 21. They had sunglasses that were like $3.80, and it was so much fun. They had fun costume jewelry, and it's the end of an era. I'm really sad. I love Forever 21 so much. I hope they make a comeback somehow. You know, sometimes places go bankrupt and then they come back. Like, they just need a revamp. They need to get like a new locations or something. Like, I feel like Starbucks does it all the time. Like, they close like 100 locations and then they open up like 50 new locations. It's like they just need to like redo and like get new places. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I've noticed a lot of different places just kind of they go out and then they come right back. So I'm hoping that for Forever 21. I would love it. Yeah, that's true. I actually forgot my mom did that. I had you save 80% and 20% to do whatever you wanted. That is true. She did. I completely forgot. I would go home at night. And that's the fun thing about being a food server. Honestly, sometimes I kind of miss it because you go home and you've just got your cash and you're like, look at this. And I had a shoebox and I would go home and I would count through what I made and I could keep 20% as my fun spending money and then 80% I put into this shoebox. And y'all, I saved a lot of money that summer before college waiting tables. Honestly, right now I'm like, should I get a part-time job waiting tables? Just for the hustle and bustle and a little extra spare cash. Could be nice. Could be nice. So that was shop 10. Now we're getting into that paperclip chain bracelet. And I actually showed this one to you guys a little bit ago in comparison to the paperclip necklace that we had. Now this is going to be in 14 karat gold. So you're getting over 50% pure gold. And I love the look of this paperclip because what we do is we have it alternating between a little bit more of an elongated paperclip link, which is more like an elongated kind of oval, and then a more petite, almost round to oval design. 5 millimeters on your paperclip chain. This is going to come at 7.5 inches. Now, for anyone who's a more petite wrist, I'm going to see if you could link this a little bit shorter, like if it could attach to one of the actual links. It can. Ooh, okay, so you can make it more petite if you need. Now, if you wear something that's traditionally larger, you typically go for an 8-inch. What I would say is it might be a tight fit on the wrist. Now, if you don't mind things fitting tighter to the skin without any drape, it could still work for you. It does have a really nice large lobster claw closure, which I think is great because bracelets, to me, are the hardest to get on, like the hardest to put on yourself. Oh my gosh. As I say how easy it is to put on, and then I struggle to put it on. But it's not the bracelet, it's my nails. I've noticed that sometimes I get my nails long and sometimes I get them short, and I'm just better off with my nails short. There's no reason for them to be long. It doesn't do anybody any good. We're just gonna put it that way. Here's your paperclip chain bracelet. I love it. Again, great layering opportunity, right? Layer it with your bangles. Layer it with your beaded jewelry. I mean, that is the great thing about a paperclip chain, or gold bracelets in general, is they're gonna mix and match so beautifully with everything. Wearing it with, you could even take off, like, I'll take off a couple of these bangles and just have that one. Isn't that so cute? Layer it up like that. But then again, if you wanted to be really elegant with it, you could simply just wear your paperclip chain. You have a really nice, elegant, just kind of more toned down look. Simply golden, right? There that is. Now we're going to peek at these reviews because these are even better, you guys. This is a 4.8 star review with 8 reviews. Now on this paperclip, you're getting 3.6 grams of gold. So you're getting some really nice gram weight there in your gold. Now John wrote, paired it up with 14 karat yellow gold paperclip necklace for a girlfriend's B-day. Ooh. Well, that's a nice gift, a bracelet and a necklace. Heck yeah. Okay, John. Ladies, look for yourselves a John. Alfreda wrote, beautiful, 5-star rating. Elizabeth wrote, I bought these as extensions, but the paperclip is a very nice change in jewelry these days. Oh, I like that. So she got it as an extension to a paperclip necklace she has. Wilfredo wrote, 100% satisfied. Excellent. Jose wrote, very satisfied. I love it. Happy customers, honestly, you guys, they make our job easy. If people aren't happy, it makes it hard to do the job. If I were to read these reviews and everyone was like, hate it, don't like it, I'd be like, oh, that makes it hard. Okay, that makes me sad. But everyone loves it. They're satisfied. They're more than satisfied. So this bracelet right here, this is going to be $8.89 to start. Bringing that down to $667, you guys, under $700. What a deal for a paper clip. Paper clips are weighty, right? We're getting 3.6 grams. They also have that stylized look while still maintaining the traditional gold prestige. So $667, 5 budget payments. That brings you to $133.50. $133.50 on your budget pay option. This is going to be shop 11. Take a peek here at our comments. Isaac said, I like getting $40 in tips more than $100 from work. Yeah, there's something about making like your tip money, and just taking it home and having it. Isaac said, my paycheck just goes to the bills. Yeah, your paycheck to the bills, and then your tips are like that extra money. Miss Pat Perkins disagrees. She says, no, necklaces are hard. I don't think so. I feel like bracelets are a lot harder because a necklace, you get both hands to do the clasp. A bracelet, you're one-handed trying to do that clasp. So I feel like that makes it so difficult. Yeah, making tip money, there's just something fun about it. The hustle, the bustle, the grind, and then getting to literally walk out with your money that night. There's just something so fun and satisfying in that. Oh my gosh, we have this bracelet here that I didn't even notice we had. DJ, has this been here the whole show?
Yeah.
Am I losing my mind? I literally did not notice that. I might be going a little bit crazy, you guys. It's only 11:41 in the morning and I've already lost my mind for the day, so there's that. There's that. All right, you guys, we are going to be moving on. That is shop 11 for the paperclip bracelet. I love seeing the paperclip styling in a bracelet. I think that's really great. Okay, now we are getting into a slightly larger rope chain. Now we had the 1.5 millimeter rope chains to start, and you have a concert. I don't know what she's saying. She said, and you have a concert. I don't have a concert I'm going to until Friday. Friday. Now, what I love about this rope, and I think this is this one. Oh yeah, 24 inches. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's this one. No, it's not. Oh, it's that one. Okay, sorry you guys, I'm getting myself confused. Now, I am obsessed with this rope chain. I've had the opportunity to present this with Steve a couple of times. And the reason we are obsessed with this rope chain is because it has diamond cutting. This is the most sparkly rope chain you will ever find. It sparkles, it shines, it has this glow about it. 2.5 millimeters, so it is going to be more prominent than the rope chains we had earlier. But the diamond cutting is what takes this to another level. It just has this glittery glow. It's almost like you're wearing diamonds on your neckline. Done in 10 karat gold, you are getting 4.1 grams of gold, 24 inches, so you've got a really nice long length on this one. Again, that's 2 feet of gold, prestigious, gorgeous gold. Look at that. Like, just want y'all to see how it glistens and shimmers on the neckline. That diamond cutting is incredible, you guys. I'm going to come give you an up close because I really need y'all to take in this rope chain. If you already have a rope chain, if you've never bought a rope chain, this is the rope chain to own. Every time Steve and I have had this on our overnight show, we both go crazy. Because to have a classic rope chain, great. But to have a classic rope chain that sparkles, that has this presence, it just takes it to a whole nother level. And if you just like the classic look and you're like, I don't really know that I need all of that sparkle and shine and pizzazz, I'm good with what I got, okay. But who doesn't want sparkle and shine and pizzazz, right? I mean, it just makes life better when you can shimmer and sparkle and shine. So here this is on the neckline. Look at that shimmer. Shimmer, shake, make the earth quake. This is amazing. Amazing reviews, 5-star rating on this one, you guys. We're looking at a really great price point too. And I mean, just speaking to the fact, this is 10 karat gold. And that's always something that I like to, mention. The prices are also going to fluctuate, of course, if we're looking at 14 karat gold in a 1.5 millimeter versus 10 karat gold in a 2.5 millimeter, right? It might be thicker, but it's the 10 karat. So that's going to all affect the pricing. So your pricing is going to have a lot of different factors that go into it, not just length and width and those things, but also are we looking at 10 karat, are we looking at 14 karat, are we looking at 18 karat? So taking a peek at this, here it is on the neckline. Now, if you didn't have a pendant, it would have more of a rounded out display. We do have the Tree of Life pendant that will be coming up shortly on this. So you could wear a pendant on it depending on that veil size, of course. Your starting price is under $750, you guys. Under $750, and we haven't even gotten into the coupon code. So this is just wild mayhem. You're looking at $740. We incorporate our budget pay, $555, you guys, and then 5 budget payments. So you're paying $111. $111. Now, y'all know me, I love my numbers. So since we had a $555, we're gonna look up the angel number meaning for 555. That's just how I roll. Okay, y'all ready for it? 555 is a message encouraging you to embrace significant changes and transformation that are on the horizon. It's a sign to be open to new opportunities, personal growth, and a shift in perspective. Okay, I like that. 555 meaning right there. Shift in perspective. We could all use a shift in perspective, and we could all use a shift in perspective, and we could also all use a little sparkle, right? We need a little sparkle in our lives. Okay, so getting into we did the pricing on this one. Now we are going to, that is going to be shop 12. Now, are we getting into the pendant next, CJ?
Not for this one.
Okay.
Actually, yes.
Okay, pendant is next. So now, y'all have already seen that beautiful Tree of Life pendant. Now, again, something that I think is really beautiful for the moms out there. I know we just passed Mother's Day. However, it could be a birthday gift for mom. At this price point, it is a really incredible piece. You're looking at 10 karat yellow gold. Now, this is Italian styling. So you're going to really see some really beautiful detail in this Tree of Life. The leaves on this tree have a really nice sparkle and shine to them. And so I think it perfectly matches with this chain in particular because both have this prestigious, prominent shine and sparkle. Now, the trunk of your tree is more like a sandpapery texture, but then the leaves have this shine, this like robustness to them, almost like a mirrored finish. So you're getting a really beautiful look. You can see behind me there that how the trunk is more sandpaper finish, and then the leaves just have this beautiful, really beautiful high polished shine. So you're getting both of those. They contrast beautifully on the neckline. They're built into this round framework, all done in your 10 karat gold. And like I mentioned, Italian styling. So that is just going to give you such a gorgeous look. This is non-chain included. You are getting the standalone pendant. I'm going to measure the diameter on that round pendant for you guys. 3/4 of an inch in diameter. 5-star rated item. Now your start price on this is $269.99. We are going to adjust that with your coupon code. That brings you down to $202, and then 5 budget payments. Ooh la la. You're looking at $40 on your budget pay. That's been a sweet spot today for us on pricing, is that $40 budget pay. We've seen that coming in over and over and over again, and I really love that budget pay price for you guys. I think $40 to get home some gold. Now, this could be something, if you already have a chain, you're good to go, girl. Get this home, enjoy it. Honestly, if you don't have a gold chain, don't let that be what stops you. I always say, anytime there's a standalone chain, don't fret, don't overthink the chain situation, because what you can do is you can put it on a silver tone chain, put it on a gold tone chain, put it on a vermeil chain, anything that you already have. And if you've been shopping with Shop LC for a while, you probably have a gold vermeil chain. You probably have, even if it's sterling silver, y'all, you can mix metals. There is nothing that says you cannot mix metals. So mix and match, do what you want to do, but get home the pendant if you love the pendant. I love this idea if you have a lot of children and grandchildren, the Tree of Life, it's just like every time you look at that, you look at each of those branches, you look at each of those leaves, and it reminds you of your family. It reminds you of those pieces of your tree, of your family tree. And I think it's just so special. And so I encourage y'all to think about that meaning, whether you're gifting it to a mom or whether you're a mom and you're like, you know what, I just want something that's going to remind me of my loved ones. Maybe you live far away from your loved ones. Maybe your grandkids live in a different state. They all went off to college. They spread out. Then this can be that little reminder on your neckline of the beauty of family, right? How we can all spread out. We're branches that might all be spread out, but we're all connected, right? Through that trunk of the tree, we're all connected. It pulls us all together as a family. It's just a really sweet piece. This one will be shop 13. Remember, that's going to be a $40 budget pay. You will comment shop 13 if you like this item. Oh, there's my closure. Okay, next up we have a gold sheet. A sheet of gold, you guys. This is wild. I cannot even believe we have the opportunity to bring y'all sheets of gold. Can y'all believe this? This is straight up a gold sheet. Now this is going to be 24 karat yellow gold in your sheet. Now, I mentioned earlier, of course, 24 karat gold, y'all. This is pure gold. You would likely want to keep this in the protective packaging because you'll see. It's a gold sheet. This is not a gold bar. This is a sheet of gold. It is a 1 gram gold sheet. Now you have multiple different designs. This is going to be your dragon design. I'm going to put it back in the protective packaging. Very meticulously crafted. Okay, back in our packaging. There you go. This is the dragon design. Now you'll have a few different design options available. This is 1 gram of pure 24 karat gold, 100% pure gold. Now you're looking at, I could tell you the millimeters, but I'm not gonna because millimeters don't really mean anything to us when it comes to this. You are looking at 4 1/4 inch there in length, and then from top to bottom you're looking at just over 2 inches, about 2 1/4 there on your gold sheet. Did you ever think you'd own a sheet of gold? I didn't, but you can. It's possible right here, right now with Shop LC. Wow. This has an amazing review, 4.5 stars with 16 reviews, you guys. 16 reviews, and we have maintained a 4.5 star rating. That is incredible. 1 full gram of 100% pure gold. This is incredible. These would be really neat to display if you wanted to collect. Now, we had 6 options. We're down to 4 on the designs. If you wanted to collect those 4 and have these up on a bookshelf or even on a desk, if you have an office, an at-home office, or if you have a secure office in your work location, these would be really cool to display. You know, like we said, gold is prestigious, right? So you're kind of showing that prestige, that luxury, that elegance with a gold bar like this. I'm pretty much shocked right now. I'm like, say what? What? We have a gold sheet to hold that in my hands was honestly an experience I've never had before. That was really neat. So price point on this, of course, is amazing. Oh, I love that Mystery Masters frame them. You totally could. You could take them out. You could put them and have them framed even in one frame, like one above the other. That would look incredible in your home. And again, just really pointing to that prestige of gold and owning gold in this sheet form. That's pretty neat. That really is like owning your own treasure, right? So price point on this, we're starting at $539.99. Taking that coupon code off, we're going to go down to $405, and then we're going to have 5 budget pays. So you're paying under $100 for this, $81 on your budget pay. Under $100 to get this home. You know, this would be really great too. We were talking about the butterfly ring as a graduation gift for her, for your granddaughters, your daughters. This would be a really nice graduation gift for her or he. I think the gentleman would really like this as a graduation gift, particularly maybe not so much from high school to college, but from college out into the workforce. They could display this on their desk. They could display this in their new apartment on a bookshelf. And it's a sentimental piece, but it's something that could likely hold more value in time. right? This is something that over time, we're talking about 24 karat gold. So we're getting really, it's as pure as it gets when it comes to gold. So this could likely have more value over time. And this would just be such a sweet, sentimental gift that's also going to be something that's like a little investment into their future. I think about people giving people savings bonds back in the day, and people don't do savings bonds as much, but this is kind of like that sentiment of, hey, I'm giving this to you now, and I'm paying this much for it, and just wait and see, because you might be able to turn this in for more down the road. And so it's a little sweet investment into someone's future that's also going to hold a lot of sentimental value that they can display, that they can showcase. And hey, you put this in your first office, people are like, well, that's pretty neat. Okay, he's fancy over there. She's fancy over there in her office space. Let's take a peek at some of these reviews real quick if we could, DJ. All right, Hilda wrote, great. Christoph wrote, it's a beautiful piece. I love the dragon design. Definitely a collector's piece. Yes, you guys, this is a collector's item for sure. Valerie wrote, golden deal. Very happy with this. I purchased a second. Y'all, if you go back for more, you know it's good, okay? If you go back to a restaurant, that means your meal was good. If you don't go back, it wasn't that great, okay? Linda wrote, just utterly beautiful. I feel like Linda, just by her wording of just utterly beautiful, she might be in the same place as me where she's like, I can't believe it just held a sheet of gold. A sheet of gold, like that blows my mind. Kathy was as pictured, came in a lighted box, very fancy. Ooh, I like that, fancy schmancy with the lighted box. I didn't even know that. Okay, go shop LC. Mystery Masters wrote, that's pretty amazing. It really is, it's very different. Isaac wrote, I bought a silver dollar with the president on it for $30 last year. Ooh, I need that. Wait, last year? With which president on it? Isaac? All right, you guys, that is shop 14. It shows, so shop 14 for our silver, not our silver, our gold sheet. What other designs do we still have available, DJ? Okay, so we're gonna have an Asian dragon. That's a vertically placed dragon. We will have the dragon we've just shown you. You have a dollar design. Okay, that's cool. It's the $5,000 bill design, which was only briefly utilized, I believe. And then we have a Statue of Liberty, really patriotic. That one's beautiful. It's almost like there's fireworks going on in the background in New York City, and you've got the torch on the Statue of Liberty. That's a really nice patriotic one. I would encourage anyone who's patriotic to get in on the Statue of Liberty option. Y'all are gonna love that. That's a really nice sentiment right there. Okay, got it, Isaac. When are you back on the live stream again? I am back with y'all on the live stream Thursday at 2 p.m. So Thursday at 2 p.m., unless anything changes, y'all know me, I'm always open to filling in on the live stream. So if Jennifer needs me for any reason, I might hop up here and see you guys. But as of now, I will be back Thursday at 2 p.m. I will be with you guys tomorrow on television from 6 to 8, and then again from 11 to 2. That is in the evening time. And then Thursday at, what did I say? 2 p.m. I can't even get my own mind right. Any additional questions? I would say my favorite of the show, I really loved the Filk chain. I love just like that luxury look. Y'all know me, I've got expensive taste, I have designer taste. And so to me, the Filk chain, being able to have that designer look for less is amazing. I did really love the butterfly ring as well, the daintiness, the elegance of it. And of course, you can never go wrong with a paper clip, whether it be a necklace, a bracelet. I love the paper clip look because it's the best of both worlds. It's classic gold, but it's also fun and stylish. All right. No, not the 10 a.m. on Thursday because I will be working until 2 a.m. So that gives me some time to get some rest before I head back up here. All right, friends, have a blessed and beautiful Tuesday. I will see you guys either on TV tomorrow or the live stream Thursday. Bye, friends.